What's up everyone, and welcome back to another What If video. Might be a little late, but for my 25k sub special, I put this as one of the options for a scenario. Personally, this is my favorite one out of the options I put, because it seems really interesting and could lead to a potentially fun scenario. With this storyline, we'll be seeing what might have happened if Babidi tried to revive Boo a couple years early and showed up during the Cell Saga instead. Let's get into it. As for the timing, we're going to start off right before the Cell games begin. Cell just achieved perfection and announced the games, and the 10 days before the Cell games is where we're at right now. Goku and Gohan have finished their training and are now relaxing, while everyone else is just preparing for battle. Let's switch the perspective here, over to Cell. Cell is patiently awaiting in his arena, eager to see if there's any contenders and looking forward to a good fight. A few militaries have shown up here and there, but nothing amusing yet. He's just looking forward to fighting Goku for now. During this time, he notices what appears to be another challenger. A large pink man wearing blue steps up to the arena and introduces himself as Deborah. Deborah is here, under Babidi's control obviously, and is looking to fight Cell to gather energy to revive Boo. This is the perfect opportunity, no pun intended, since Cell, a powerful individual, is just standing there waiting for someone to fight. Cell will be an excellent source of energy. Without hesitation, Cell ends up accepting the fight, and the two begin. So in the Boo saga, it's stated that Deborah is around as powerful as Cell, but many people debate what is meant by that. Is he equivalent to regular perfect Cell or super perfect Cell? Well, for this scenario, and due to what I personally believe, I'm going to assume that he's around as powerful as regular perfect Cell. Deborah was fighting very closely with Gohan, and Gohan during that fight was confirmed to be weaker and rustier than the max power Gohan from the Cell games. If he couldn't take down a weaker version of Gohan, I think it's safe to assume that he wouldn't be as powerful as super perfect Cell. There's also a whole debate about whether or not Gohan fought Deborah in Super Saiyan 2 or just regular Super Saiyan, but that's a topic for a whole other video. And regardless of which form he used, I don't think it would really change the fact that Deborah is most likely weaker than Super Perfect Cell, and is most likely equal to the one that we're about to see him fight. Plus, Cell has regeneration, so he's got an advantage here. Okay, enough power scaling. Cell is having fun with this fight, seeing how powerful this Deborah guy is. Deborah is getting annoyed, seeing that Cell is able to keep up easily with him and is also winning. Cell stops the fight and decides to blow up the arena, and instead fights without the tournament rules. This will be to the death. There's no fun being restricted by the tournament rules. The two continue fighting, and this just gives more energy. Deborah is trying to draw the fight out, while Cell is trying to win and end it quick. With it now being a fight to the death, Cell tries to go in for the kill. Deborah is angered by this and now tries to kill Cell on his own. Deborah is getting tired out, and unlike Cell, he can't regenerate, and while Cell's tiring out a bit, he keeps healing his injuries. The King of the Demon Realm thinks that they have more than enough energy by now, so he spits at Cell and begins to turn him into stone. Deborah takes its leave, as Cell begins to turn into a statue. Before he can fully turn into stone, Cell launches one last attack at Deborah. If he's going down, he's going to take this guy with him. A Destructo Disc hits Deborah from behind, as Cell is completely turned into stone. This gravely injures Deborah, basically slicing him in half, much to the shock of Babidi, who's been watching from a distance. The two of them are seemingly both defeated, with the match ending in a draw. Until Cell turns back to normal because of Deborah's defeat. Because he launched a Destructo Disc and killed Deborah, that reverses the effect. Babidi makes his escape to the ship, with Cell weakened and trying to recollect himself, as he's trying to figure out what just happened. He notices Babidi escaping, but doesn't chase him as he has no need. He isn't the only one who's confused though. Seemingly, two more contenders show up, and Cell is excited to see them. He welcomes the two of them to fight, but they're not here for that. Seeing Deborah's corpse right there, they ask Cell if he knows anything about Deborah's plans or Babidi. They didn't see anything, but they sense a huge spike in power here, and they see a corpse laying near Cell, meaning that whatever just happened might have just given Babidi some huge energy. The two reveal themselves to be Shin and Kibito, and that they're Kais. Cell has no idea what they're talking about and doesn't really care. But he boasts about killing that Deborah guy, and mentions that he saw some little cockroach man flying off in the opposite direction. Shin and Kibito abruptly leave, with Cell a little disappointed that they aren't here to fight. He wonders who those two really were, and what they're up to. Maybe he can pursue them and try to do some surveillance. While flying, Shin and Kibito run into two other people, Vegeta and Trunks. They sensed the spike in power and wanted to see what was going on. If someone was actually fighting Cell and was that close to defeating him, maybe they should check out what's happening. Goku and Gohan wanted to rest, and if something was wrong, they'd teleport over to Vegeta and help. Shin and Kibito explain what just happened, and that they shouldn't worry about Cell since they have much bigger problems and need the help of Vegeta and Trunks. The two are kinda surprised that Cell isn't their biggest issue right now, and they tag along, and Cell gets pretty curious. He's been following close behind and suppressing his ki, and notices that they seem like they're in a rush to stop whatever's about to happen. Listening in and hearing about Boo and from what little the Kais told him, his interest is piqued. Maybe it'll be interesting to check it out himself. This could lead to a new powerful opponent. Cell catches up to them and tells them that he's interested in joining to see what this supposedly strong foe is capable of. Unsurprisingly, no one wants Cell to tag along, but Cell assures him that he's only here because of the potential threat that's interfering with his Cell games. That Dabura guy did attack him, and he doesn't take that lightly. He won't form an alliance with these guys, but he just wants to observe, as well as kill anyone that's involved with Dabura. This is obviously very suspicious because Cell was the one to set up the tournament, and he should be accepting if someone tries to fight him, so they really wouldn't expect him to be mad about someone attacking him. But they can't really do anything about Cell, so they just ignore him for now and pursue this target. Eventually, they arrive at the ship. Paying close attention and sensing if something ever changed, Goku and Gohan sense that two new powers, along with Cell, have joined Vegeta and Trunks, and they're not fighting, they're just around the same area. So the two of them teleport in with the rest of the Z fighters. Even if it interferes with their rest, it's a good idea that they check it out. They're a bit intimidated to see Cell there, but Goku isn't too concerned as he still feels confident that they could defeat him if necessary, and Shin and Kibito are the more concerning ones. But that concern goes away. In his ship, Babidi is a little panicked. The fight with Cell only got less than half the power that they needed, and now Dabura is dead. He still has Pui Pui and Yakan on the ship though, but who knows how well that will work. Everyone present enters the ship. Being greeted by Pui Pui, Vegeta disposes of him pretty easily. He exerts a little more power to do so, but Pui Pui's weak enough for him to kill. Yakan's also an easy one to take care of. On his floor, instead of Goku just using light to kill him, Cell decides to step in by himself and just kill him using brute force, for fun. Now, Babidi is really concerned. He's nowhere close to having enough energy, so he's worried that all this would have been for nothing. The Z-Fighters, Kais, and Cell are now coming towards him and this might be the end. His plan failed and he's going to die. But then he realizes, he doesn't need Dabura. He's safe right now, so he can possess someone who's already within range. And an easy target is right there, Cell. Unlike Vegeta, Cell's already evil and will be pretty simple to possess. This is perfect. Again, no pun intended. Actually, no, that time it was a pun. In the ship, Cell begins to break down. He can feel his mind being taken over and is filled with rage that someone is trying to control him. He tries to resist it as much as possible, but it's too easy for Babidi to manipulate him. He finally calms down and is revealed to be under Babidi's control, seeing the M on his forehead, and we now have Majin Cell. He does get a boost in power, probably around where he was a super perfect Cell. Babidi then teleports everyone back to the Cell Games arena. This brainwashed Cell is now amused. This should make for an interesting battle. He doesn't even care about a 1v1 anymore. He will just fight everyone. Shin and Kibito beg them not to fight him now, since it'll give energy to Babidi. Cell isn't playing around anymore though. He begins by attacking Goku, who has trouble fighting the superpowered version of Cell. Gohan and Shin join in to help, with Trunks and Vegeta knowing that Cell is way out of their league now. They're losing against Cell, and Babidi keeps gathering energy from the fight. Goku, Gohan, and Shin are in a tough spot, but then Goku remembers something. In the time chamber, that power that Gohan briefly showed off, maybe that will be enough. He needs to get Gohan to tap into it somehow. He begins encouraging Gohan to use more power, knowing that he has more. Gohan knows he has it but isn't able to use it, and Goku keeps pushing. If he doesn't use it, Cell will kill him and destroy the Earth. Interested by this, Cell then knocks Goku and Shin out of the way and is fighting Gohan one-on-one. He can't keep up, and gets pushed back as Cell is mercilessly beating him. He urges Gohan to use more power, due to the fact that he knows Gohan's holding back, and he wants a good fight, but also because of Babidi's influence makes him want this. The fight continues like how Gohan originally fought with Cell, except Cell is much more brutal this time. He spawns the Cell Jr. still, and he keeps beating Gohan and anyone else who attacks. Seeing the brutal attack from the Cell Juniors and being pushed into a corner, Gohan gets enraged. He tries to fight back, but it does nothing to Cell. He's powering up, but he's not to where he should be. He's not holding back anymore. Cell is about to land a finishing blow on Gohan when Goku teleports in and catches Cell off guard with a gut punch. But Cell easily shrugs this off and takes no damage, and he begins to fight Goku one-on-one. and by fight Goku, I mean he's beating Goku just like he did with Gohan, and Gohan can only watch the fight. He's getting angrier and angrier and is reaching the tipping point. He's frustrated that his full power isn't enough yet, and he's getting angrier by seeing that Cell is brutally attacking his friends and trying to kill his dad, and he can't handle it. Gohan feels that Goku had to bail him out because he was letting everyone down by not powering up to that new form that he discovered. If he used that, then Cell would have been gone by now, but he can't tap into it. Cell's about to finish off Goku, but right when he's about to launch a beam, an explosion of power happens nearby. Cell looks over to see Gohan's now powered up, at Super Saiyan 2. Goku is surprised to see that Gohan actually did it, and now Gohan can actually battle Cell and have a chance. He shouts to Gohan not to hold back. Seeing the brutality of the brainwashed android, Gohan knows he can't mess around. After disposing of the Cell Juniors, he then goes to Cell. The two begin to duel, and Gohan is now showing off his true power. He's pretty advantaged, but not sure if he can kill him easily. But he gets a break. He delivers a powerful flurry of punches to Cell's stomach, and this causes him to throw up Android 18. Surprised to see this, Gohan tries it again, now against a much weaker, semi-perfect Cell, and it works. He throws up Android 17 this time. Cell is completely enraged, and lunges towards Gohan to kill him. Since Cell is imperfect now, even with the Majin boost, he's pretty much nothing. Gohan feels no need to hold back, and he launches a full power blast that kills Cell. Having finally won, the group rests and thinks that they're fine for now. Kibito and Shin remain safe, and Kibito goes around healing everyone else who got injured. He stayed back because he was more focused on being a support. It may seem good, but they're not completely safe yet. Back at the ship, Babidi is ecstatic. Taking control of Cell was a great idea, since he now has more than enough energy to break the seal and revive Boo. Even if Cell's dead, he doesn't need him anymore. He succeeded and Boo's been revived. That's where we'll end off for now. Now that Cell has been defeated, what will the heroes do next? What will happen with Boo now that he's been revived? As always, remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for notifications about future parts of this What If and other videos of mine. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.